mean, when the transphobia just comes out, the audacity and just the arrogance for cis women to believe that they own periods, that they own womanhood. You don't. Okay, you don't own periods. You don't own womanhood. You experience both, and both are different for every person. But as a cis woman, it doesn't belong to you, so you can't gatekeep it. Like,
gonna stand up for us. Who the fuck stands up for us? And us, I mean women, real women, biological women, women who were born with all the parts that you guys wish that you were. When does the delusion stop? What is the difference between you and someone who has been diagnosed to be mentally insane? What's the only difference is you don't have a straitjacket on. Stop talking out your fucking ass. Wake up. How are you projecting your anger on real women? Because we are the gatekeepers. We are the gatekeepers for periods. We the only one that fucking bleed, honey. We the only ones that can give birth. We make y'all people. We make y'all. Y'all come from us. You can't be us. You will never. You're chasing something you'll never, ever get. You'll never be.
Shay, I'm going to just keep it a bug. A lot of cisgender women are just unhappy. Let's use the term that they love. A lot of real women are really unhappy. A lot of real women are really unhappy. A lot of real women are really insecure. And a lot of real women are really bothered that trans women really look better than they really do. Since they really want this real word, bitch, you can have it. Girl, you can have it. Girl, it's not my fault that you mistaken my happiness and my femininity as a challenge. Sweetie, when I was identifying how feminine I was and how far I wanted to go and how I wanted my inside to match my outside had nothing to do with you. Okay? Because it seems like y'all only have so much to say when it comes to a competition. It really seems like y'all only have so much to say when it comes to tearing somebody else down. Girl, don't nobody want to be you. Girl, don't nobody want to be you. Let's be clear, Miss Thing. A lot of you don't want to be you. Bitch, I speak very frequently and openly about my penis, about the type of sex I have, about the type of men that I'm attracted to. Girl, don't nobody want to be you. Y'all are just mad that people are really out here moving and happy, and y'all are really mad that people are being mistaken for you and getting more respect than you do. That has nothing to do with us. That is not a reason why you should be disrespecting us and trying to make it a big thing. Girl, don't nobody want no period. Don't nobody want no motherfucking kids, because a lot of you hoes don't want no kids. A lot of y'all only having these motherfucking kids to keep a man around. A lot of y'all only having motherfucking kids because you trying to make your mom and daddy happy. A lot of y'all are married or not even married, but the ones that are getting married are motherfucking married to a man that don't respect you, probably beat you, don't give you the compliment, don't treat you like the real woman that you are. So why are you really mad at us? You're not really mad at trans women for considering ourselves women. You're mad because you don't really get respected as the woman that you really were born to be real in. Girl, stop taking all your frustrations and your disrespect down on other people. That has nothing to do with us. Anybody trying to take your place? Girl, the only reason why you feel some type of way is because we look like something. Girl, but at the end of the day, none of us are respected. And I tell y'all all the time, as a trans woman, if I would have known, I would still be a woman. But bitch, if I would have known the things that the difference between being a man and a woman, girl, it sucks being a woman. Girl, do you think a person will really transition to still live a sucky life? People don't respect women. And when you are sexy, bitch, they only look at you as a sex object. Bitch, they fuck y'all ugly ass. Girl, bitch, you not mad at how men look at us because men fuck anything. Men are out here fucking children and animals. So girl, let's stop making it about what men like or who trying to fool who. Girl, niggas don't give a fuck. We don't have to fool no motherfucking body. I'm sure some of y'all real women have seen men fuck other real women and be like, ew. We feel the same way. Girl, when I see men that talk to me and I see their baby mamas and their wives and stuff, I be like, ooh, like how you go from that to this? Like, girl, no, you got some money. The caliber of women that y'all fuck are loser. And you bitches will never be shit because you don't care to be shit. You always worried about the wrong thing. You're so worried about what a man like before you motherfucking care about what your children like. You worried about what a man will approve before you realize what your children approve. You so worried about pleasing a man before you worried about pleasing yourself, girl. Your battle is not with us, sweetheart. The issue is not between us, sweetheart. And then you have people in my comments like, oh, you need to change your voice. No, I don't. This is my voice. And this is how you should know I don't have to fool nobody. Bitch, I can go get my Adam's apple shave for $1,100. Bitch, it has never been a big thing of me because I am that comfortable with who I am. I don't need to go get a voice feminizer because, bitch, I'm comfortable in who I am. I never had a problem with my voice. I never had a problem with my motherfucking Adam's apple. I never had a problem with my shoulders. Bitch, I had an issue with how I identified. And then when I identified how I choose to identify and how I felt, now you bitches is mad. When a person is in their truth, you hoes still mad. Some of these hoes will get their dick chopped off and their face pulled down just to be feminine and still unhappy, still clockable. You're not going to ever be happy with society until you're happy with yourself. And once you're happy with yourself, you'll realize you'll never be happy with society because society ain't happy for you. Stupid. Pussy asshole. And I don't give a fuck how trans women represent themselves. Them hoes can't represent me. Bitch, I was her before I even knew what a trans woman was. I was her before a transition ever happened. I was her as a little boy on the playground in elementary school.
While everyone is in an uproar about who can bleed and who can't, men have become so obsessed with women that they want to turn into one. And I find it quite flattering that womanhood seems so great to you guys. Y'all know me, you may not like what I gotta say, but I'm gonna say it anyways. In recent conversation, there's been a lot of uproar between trans women and real women. In my opinion, I think the most misogynistic thing that a man can do is reject his biology as a man and go into women-dominated spaces telling other women how he's a better woman than them because it's based off of his feelings of how he perceives a woman to be, while walking in society emulating what he believes a woman looks like by replicating other women. When we're discussing womanhood, I cannot go to another woman and ask her what it feels like to be a woman because being a woman is not a feeling. However, being a woman, I absolutely am subjected to my reproductive organs that identify me as a woman. And saying that doesn't mean that I'm less than a woman. It just means that that is the beginning of my woman origin and my woman experience. And for the women who can't have a baby, we still recognize those women as women because they do have the reproductive organs to do so. However, we also understand that something is medically wrong with them. I will give credence to the fact that women are not the only people who have a period if we're identifying them that way, because non-binary people or trans men actually can also have a period, but at the basis of it, we call those biological women. However, when you're talking about trans women, we understand that that is something that biologically impossible you cannot do. The power struggle here that comes into play is when there is a very small minority of people imposing onto a larger group of people that are telling them what they would like to be called, how they would like to be treated, how they would like to be pronounced, and how they would like to be identified, but then you're imposing terminology onto them that they have yet to accept. So I must appease your feelings calling you by the pronouns that you identify with as, because you have chosen to make this decision about putting on a wig and putting on nails and putting on a dress. However, when I tell you I reject terms like birthing person or breastfeeder or real woman or biological woman or cisgendered woman, at this point, then I should just understand and accept it because science says so. But science also says at the basis of your DNA, you are biologically a male. So why are we not listening to science all the way across the board? Seems a little hypocritical to me. And since everyone has such an issue with understanding Jess Hilarious, let me go ahead and put my cape on because I think I could break it down for you a little bit more. It's very disingenuous for you to overshadow that woman's feelings in regards to her womanhood when she actually has given birth to a baby, which biologically that does make her a woman. However, you decided to discuss her looks and says that she looks like a trans person while you're also attempting to advocate for trans people. It's giving inherent transphobia. Also, to resurface the interview where she's relaying her experience of a man DMing her thinking that she was a trans woman to have sex with her probably offended her because she's an actual woman, and it should be more of a slight to trans people considering the fact that that person has a fetish and just wanted to sexualize you and use you as an inanimate object. As a black woman, we have to be extremely mindful of how we attach ourselves to other intersectional groups when it comes to their issues, because we're always the first to remind people nobody respects us and nobody protects us, but we're the first to jump into the line of fire when other people need a defense. So here's a few things to remember when you're talking allyship. They're always present when it's time to give the tea or bash heterosexual men and amplify any bad experience that we've had in regards to our relationship issues. But anytime it's time to help these children and provide for them or be a better role model or even your protection, they are nowhere to be found. Not saying that there is an agenda, but I will say for a very small group of people who seem to not have any effect on anybody, when their issues come up in conversation, they're making a huge ruckus, and their representation comes at the basis of overshadowing other marginalized people.
T.S. Madison pissed me off. When people show you who they are, you believe them, okay? The only thing foundational about T.S. Madison is her excellent foundation that she wears on her face to compete with us, okay? I always loved T.S. Madison's show, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm telling y'all right now, I cannot fuck with these so-called content creators. What I have a problem with is that Maddie, I don't ever see speaking up for the disrespect that black women go through. Now, she disrespected me to my face, and I didn't see it till it aired. Gave her the highest rated show next to Monique. She let Sophia do a segment before my segment was coming on, and Sophia talked about bloggers that were liars. Right after that segment comes my segment. Maddie lets other people do her dirty work for her. She want to always try to remain neutral, but then she'll send shots when she feel it's safe. What my case got to do with you? What are you trying to do? Earn cool points by saying, oh, before the show, it's like having a disclaimer, these bloggers be lying and shit. But then I come and sit down with you as a friend. When that happened, I was like, oh, my. She got the right bitch today. Y'all will say, oh, Tasha K falls out with content creators, but let's ask why we falling out, though. I can go down a list, throwing shots on your videos and, throwing shots using other creators, and I'm a hood bitch. Y'all have to understand that it took a while for me to evolve into the corporate bitch that I am now, so y'all still got to give me some time. Because if I see a bitch and I see you in the parking lot or the Winn-Dixie and all that shit you was talking, I'm going to ask you to keep the same fucking energy. And then y'all felt sorry for her because she started crying and started hollering motherfucking 6 cell. Then we got the gay boy. Oh my God, I'm such a fan. Oh my God, I'm such a fan. I'm such a... Can you help me with my channel? Oh my God, I look up to you. Cool. Motherfucker had 500 subscribers. Threw the Sabies at him. He gonna come and tell me that I stole a Dr. Sabi interview and I sent the motherfuckers to him. I went to him. I was like, yo, what's this? I'm so sorry. That was so fucked up. I should not throw shade of you. I told you how I work. If I see some slick shit, we're done. I don't trust nobody. So I had to give y'all some backstory. So when I saw she did that, I knew where to put her. I've never seen her stand up for anything. Not even for your fellow trans sisters that are out here getting murdered every day. Bitch, sign a bill, go vote, go protest, share a picture, nothing, bitch. Let's start from the beginning. Where's the girl on the periods? The man-woman on the periods?
This is what I mean when the transphobia just comes out. The audacity and just the arrogance for cis women to believe that they own periods, that they own womanhood. You don't. Okay, you don't own periods. You don't own womanhood. You experience both, and both are different for every person. But as a cis woman, it doesn't belong to you, so you can't gatekeep it. Like, hello?
The audacity. If we're not gatekeepers, bleed. Bleed. You cannot have a baby through your intestinal tract. Do not fuck. But Jess Hilarious responded, and I could tell she was trying to be politically correct.
Who the fuck stands up for us? And us, I mean women, real women, biological women, women who were born with all the parts that you guys wish that you were. When does the delusion stop? What is the difference between you and someone who has been diagnosed to be mentally insane? What's the only difference is you don't have a straitjacket on. Stop talking out your fucking ass. Wake up. How are you projecting your anger on real women because we are the gatekeepers. We are the gatekeepers.
I heard the frustration in her voice, but I was like, just she trolling. But when I saw T.S. Madison enter the chat, you would think she would use her platform that has 90% support from black women. Heterosexual black men ain't following her, and if they are, they gay. You got trans women that are being murdered. Gay men being just so much shit we could really be focusing on, but you want to use your platform for makeup, lashes, breast implants, ass shots, and this imaginary transphobia that you think all women go through. We don't go through transphobia, and then you want to call us cis. I'm not your cis. I'm not your fish. I'm not none of that. I'm your fucking mammy, and you get it right. You bitches wouldn't exist. You wouldn't have these hair colors. Chinese made these wigs for us. It's not enough money, y'all, to keep the market. It's just not enough. Just as a way to back up her claims that there are real women with underlying transphobia issues because we're jealous of trans women because we get mistaken for being trans women. She used this video to, I guess, double down on what she was saying instead of, again, speaking out on the bullshit and on the bitch that's on her team trying to say that we don't own periods and we're still waiting on them to bleed. Play the video.
You do a segment here called The Dark Side of the DM.
Okay.
I told you a little bit about it
Yes,
earlier.
yes.
Is there a DM that you would like to share with these motherfucking people?
Yes. Okay, so it's a cliffhanger. So this guy's a celebrity.
Blue check in the DM.
Yup, this nigga DM'd me and wanted to fly me out so I could fuck him.
In the ass?
Yes, but not with a dildo. This nigga thought I was a man. He really did think I was he thought I was a transgender. He thought I was
won
trans.
the competition, didn't she?
He was very
Drunk what he was. What the fuck is
very
wrong
direct
with him?
with it. Like, I was like,
This is
wow.
crazy.
Yes.
I would like to know this nigga's name later.
Mhm.
Woo! Let me ask you this. If he made the deal seem pretty juicy, let's say you single and, maybe offered you $100,000, would you have put a strap on and fuck him in the ass?
Absolutely. What do you mean?
Oh, wow.
Girl, yeah.
See, not a trans man, but a man, because black women, we're called dark, we're called ugly, we're called this, we're called that. And even the breakbeat media girl, what is she, don't call me white girl? She even gets mistaken for being a man. Not a trans man, not a trans woman, but a man, because she has a deep voice and she's very masculine. So instead of people just embracing who we are as women, they want to say, oh, look at them manly bitches and masculine bitches, okay? But then they look at the makeup of a black woman, they see the cheekbones, they see the ass, they see the hips, then they go buy it, put it on themselves, and try to sell it with a high-pitched voice and what they call feminism. Y'all was laughing at us when we had big asses and big titties. What I'm saying is your mom transphobic if she gets mistaken as being a man or not attractive or not feminine enough? When people call her that, does that make her transphobic? Or does that make her disrespected by the very people who don't have no respect for her because her son or her daughter doesn't even really see the true issue and what it is you really stand for?
Number two, Jess Hilarious, who had every right to feel some type of way, because we're not going to sit up here and act as if women aren't feeling like they're under attack. And women are feeling like they're under attack because of the political propaganda that's being put out, as if trans people are demons, as if we're vile, as if we are out to try to erase womanhood. And 99.9% of the time, that shit is coming from a white rhetoric. There is no way that I'm going to refer to my mother as a bonus hole or as a birthing channel or as a chest feeder, bitch. There's no way that I'm going to do anything like that. And I don't expect for you, because I've never disrespected women in any way to even refer to women that way. And so therefore, I would never use that, and I don't even encourage using that. Ever. Ever. And I understand that women are feeling at this current time in these states of affairs that their whole womanhood is on the line and that somebody is trying to take that from them. But your anger is misplaced because the people that are trying to take that from you are the people that are in the motherfucking Congress, in the White House, and in the legislature. We're sitting around here arguing about cis and trans and all this type of shit, and all of our rights, because I do fall under woman too, bitch. All of our rights are being stripped from us by the government. And they're using these tactics like this to divide and conquer, so that we're focused on all the bickering and fighting about who, what, when, where, why, and whatever. And rights are being stripped from us left and fucking right.
And she made some comments saying that menstruation is not exclusively to women, or cis women as they like to be called now, or whatever, you know what I mean, saying that is not exclusively to y'all. You're not the gatekeepers. That you know, periods are not just theirs. And Jess Hilarious had some choice words for it. Now there's a lot of back and forth going on. That is crazy to me, to say that periods are not exclusively for women. I wish somebody would tell period that, because period has been jumping on women's asses for years. Cramps, bloating. Sometimes they gotta call out from work because Aunt Flo done came in and started busting that ass. That is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I mean? Hey, it's a whole lot of stuff going out there in the world right now. What I do know is that, you know, we do have to protect our biological women. You know what I mean? People, you live how you want to live. You know what I mean? You live how you want to live. But when we get to a point where we're trying to disqualify our women, then we got a problem. Our women are the portals of life. Okay? You know, and just in my opinion, I believe that it takes a lot, you know, to be born a woman. And when you live your life as a woman, when you go through life as a woman, as a biological woman, I'm saying, you know, women go through a lot. They deal with a lot, you know, and on a general scale, just because the simple fact that they are the portals of life. And you got to remember, the hand that rocks the cradle rules the world. You know, we can't be disrespectful to our women. You know what I mean? We can't allow people to just get on platforms and feel like they have some type of vendetta against women. You can't do that. You can't do that. Live how you want to live. Do what you want to do. If you know, we live in a world now, and to be honest with you, we've always lived in this world where somebody can come in the world a certain sex, and if they are not happy with their sex, they want to change their sex, they can do that, and that is fine. You understand? But we don't need to be attacking one another. If you want to live your life as something else, as another gender, you don't need to attack the people that were, you know, born as the gender that you transformed into. You know, you don't need to do that. You don't need to. We don't need to do that. We don't need to belittle anybody. Live your life and be happy with who you are, and don't seek validation from anybody. You don't have to get on the internet and tell women what they're not, because I can tell you now, when it comes to this woman thing, women got it. They got it. I mean, if you have ever witnessed childbirth, if you ever seen another human being pass through a woman's body, even the process, I mean, the type of stuff that women have to go through just in pregnancy, man. I didn't even know what preeclampsia was until my wife had it. When you start seeing the swelling of the wrists and the ankles, and sometimes women got to be bedridden the whole daggone pregnancy. Could you imagine that? You know what I'm saying? And then after the baby come out, they got to wear diapers and all kind of stuff. I mean, it is a lot. It's a lot. You know what I mean? You know, and I will say this. I do believe that America as a whole, the society of America, suffers from a thing called alethiophobia. You suffer from alethiophobia. Yes, you do. That is the fear of the truth. And I have to use that word because every time somebody get mad at somebody, they say you are this phobic. You're that phobic. America suffers from alethiophobia. Yeah, we fear the truth. We have a disdain for the truth. A lot of y'all say, my children aren't bad. They just need some of your kids bad as hell. It's the truth. And stop running around here talking about my truth. Ain't no such thing as my truth. It's the truth. Ain't no such thing as my truth, because your truth is just what you perceive. It's just your perception, but your perception may not be the truth. You understand what I'm saying? Stop. We got to learn how to deal with the truth. And what is the truth? The truth is that some people come into the world and they come in as a certain way. All right? And they are not happy with that way. They don't like it. They want to be another way. And they go and change it to another way. And that's fine. That is the truth. That's fine. Respectfully. But let's not attack one another. Let's not do that. Okay, we don't need to do that. We don't need to say, y'all don't have this. Or this doesn't belong to, no, we can't do that. I'm sorry, we cannot. Live how you want to live. Love who you want to love. But respectfully, let's respect each other's roles. All right, let's do that. We don't have to be ugly with one another. It's enough hatred going on in the world already as it is. All right, love yourself, love God, and love each other.